So first of all, you need to build yourself a drawing items. I just build it very easy. So my items is basically a Voltop. A Voltop is just a round shaped Pokemon, so it's very easy to build. So yeah, just build something simple, but make sure you add some details to it. So after you have the models, you need to create the plugin items. So what you do is you create a new items like this. Create news. You click on the ammo projectile right here. You add in the models. I don't know where I have the models. Where is it? Oh, there it is. So you add in the models, you enter a name, and then you go to attribute, drawable, of course. You can add in chart mode or non-chart mode. So if you don't add in any chart mode, they can spam it rapidly. I don't think that's a good idea, so I did add in chart mode. But I limited to only 0.2 seconds per chart. It's not that long. Projected attacks, like you can either set it to non-zero or set it to 1, because if you have no damage at all, sometimes it would not count as a kill. And yeah, you might run into some issue like there will be no notification that somebody killed another player, or you won't get a point from it. So yeah, maybe keep this as 1, just to have some minimum damage to the items. Attack type single shot. Gravity, you should set this to 0, so it's easier for the player to throw the items. If you set this to 3 or more, the item will go in a shape like a rainbow like this. So it's harder to aim, and it takes more skill for the player to actually hit someone. If you want to make your game more skill based, sure, just add in gravity. Initial speed, what I use is 150, and I think it's okay, because if you stand far away, it's kind of slow, but if you close in the gap, it's very fast. So just keep in mind, if you going to set the speed, just go from 150 to 250 most. If you go anywhere above 300, it will be super fast, and no one will be able to dodge the items at all. They will always get hit. Okay. This one is not necessary. Hit target creature blocks. Keep it like that. No delay, no recycle, no break block, and you can save the items. Actually, you can add in another skill, which is the knock off. So this will knock the player back. So you want to set the knockback to 64 most, the blow up to 5, so they don't touch the ground. It will make they fly far, like way far. Target team, different team. Range type single target. Oh wait, no. Beam. You should go like 3-3 or 4-4. So there you have the pushing mechanism of the items. I will just show you both ways, and you can decide which you want to use. I will also tell you the pros and cons of each method. So let's say this will be the tutorial. Okay, so this will be the pushing mechanism. Alright, so what you want to do is you add in an event, and that event should be the item hit. Where is it? Hit by projectile. Yeah, hit by projectile, and condition is you go to items. You need to pick the determine item. You pick the drawing item. In this case, I will pick my drawing item. Where is it? It should be in custom, and yeah, right here. So yeah, you set that condition, and then you go to action. you go to player, you go to make the player move toward this direction right here. You set the player to player in the target event. Make sure you have this right, because there's no player in trigger event in this trigger. This trigger only have target players in event. Got that, and then you go ahead and click on this to choose the back direction, and the speed should be so when I test the speed out, if you set the speed to around 3, the player will be knocked back around 20 blocks. So according on that, you can like min max out the speed based on your maps. If your maps is big, you can set the speed to 3 or bigger. If your map is smaller, you set the speed to 2 or 1. In my push and boot battle, I set this to 2, so the player would not be knocked back all the way in one throw. So it took like 3 throws to actually knock someone off. I think that's fair enough, so I go with the 2. If you want to max it out, go to 3 or 4. But just saying, if it takes multiple shots to knock someone out, it will be a lot more fun, right? It will be a more competitive gameplay, right? So yeah, so there you have the triggers for the item, the pushing items. If you have multiple items, just like in the maps I have right now, so 2 teams have 2 different items, you just need to copy this, copy it, and then you change the items in the where is it, in the condition one to the new throwing items like this. And that's how you set the triggers for the throwing items. So now I will tell you why you should do the triggers and why you should do the plugins. If you do the plugins, like I showed you earlier, if you do the plugin skill for the items, the pushing skill right here, this one, the player will not fly away so high. Like even if you set this to 64, the player will only be flew back around almost 12 blocks maximum, right? So that is the limitation if you use the skills. And also sometimes it doesn't work, sometimes it's just lag or something in the multiplayer room. This skill doesn't work at all. That's the second limitation of the skill, alright? Keep it in mind. But if you use the trigger one for your pushing items, it will always work. Triggers will always work. Even if it's lag, it will always push the player back. So that is a very like plus point for using triggers. And also it can fly very far. Like I said, if you set the speed to 3 or 4, the players will fly all the way to like 30 blocks away. Okay, so what is the limitation of using triggers? When you use triggers, the player can only fly in a direct like a single direction. So either you choose back or you just choose any other direction, but you cannot choose the direction that like that the thrower of the items want that target to fly to. For example, if I using the triggers right now and there's a player standing like this, he will be fly back like this, right? But if there's player standing like this and he got hit from this direction, from the back, he still fly like this, he still fly backward. So that is the limitation of the triggers. You will always fly in a set direction instead of the direction of the throw items, okay? So no matter where you got hit from, you will always fly back. So that is the only limitation of using triggers. I mean, I still use triggers, and although there's still that limitation, it's still a fun gameplay because you also have this gun right here to pull the player to the direction that their back is facing the edge like this, or their back is facing the water like this. So yeah, it still make the game functional, and it will always push the player back with triggers. So yeah, just keep in mind, if you want to use either methods or both, you know what is the pros and cons of the methods, okay? So this is the pulling items. This is the only item that will allow you to pull stuff in your maps. So normally this item will put all of the blocks in your maps. Technically, it will put all of the block available in your maps. So in order to prevent the items to put all the blocks and only put the players in the maps, you need to set the blocks attribute, which I will show you how to do right now. So how you do it is you use these items. It calls the handle editor. So basically it's a magic sword. Yep, I just called it a magic sword. So you use it, you click on the clock. No, not clock, block. You click on attribute, edit. You go to attribute right here. You scroll down to this section. You need to select this, will not stop projectiles. Usually the block will be solid, not so solid. You need to change the setting to will not stop projectiles, and you save, and then you're good. So all of the blocks with that setting will not be pulled by these tools right here.